What's up, Star Wars fans? Today I want to talk about exactly when Luke Skywalker and Ahsoka Tano first met. We recently saw them on screen together in the book of Boba Fett, but the big question is, was that actually the first time they've met? Personally, I don't think it is, and today I'm going to give you some evidence that suggests that they've met previously. But first, just let me say, if you love Star Wars and speculation, then hit that subscribe button and come back again soon for more. But getting back on track here, episode 6 of the book of Boba Fett was directed by Dave Filoni, and in it we got to see Ahsoka Tano and Luke Skywalker interacting for the first time. But was this really the first time that Ahsoka Tano and Luke Skywalker have interacted? And some speculators may say yes, this is absolutely the first time they've met. Just look how the conversation ends between Luke Skywalker and Ahsoka. Luke Skywalker asks Ahsoka if he will see her again, and certainly you could interpret that as Luke Skywalker has only just met Ahsoka and he's wondering if he will ever see Ahsoka again. But it certainly doesn't have to indicate that. I mean, it could simply mean that Luke and Ahsoka have different paths before them. Ahsoka has shared with Luke that she's trying to track down Thrawn and Ezra Bridger, and while Luke has the goal of rebuilding the Jedi Order, a goal I don't believe Ahsoka Tano supports, as she herself no longer identifies as a Jedi. So because they have very different goals, and Ahsoka doesn't necessarily support Luke's ultimate goal of rebuilding the Jedi, Luke might just be wondering if he's ever going to see Ahsoka Tano again, because not only do they have different paths before them, but again, Ahsoka just doesn't support the idea of rebuilding the Jedi Order, and because of that, he thinks Ahsoka won't return. But that conversation out of the way, what other hints are there that Ahsoka Tano and Luke Skywalker have met before? Well, personally, I don't think we have to look very far. I think there's lots of evidence in Season 2 of The Mandalorian. Ahsoka Tano, after all, told Din Djarin to take little baby Grogu to the planet Tython, and once there to place him on the Seeing Stone to help him reach out to any other Force users that might want to train him. And we know, thanks to the amazing ending to The Mandalorian Season 2, that Seeing Stone did indeed work. And if Ahsoka Tano knew about the Seeing Stone, doesn't it make a lot of sense that at some point she's actually used it? Certainly it would make a lot of sense that after the destruction of the Sith, Ahsoka Tano would have heard that a Jedi named Luke Skywalker was the one to overthrow them. And yes, Skywalker is a very popular surname in the Star Wars universe, at least that's what we've been told, but regardless of Luke's surname, it would make a lot of sense that Ahsoka Tano might want to use the Seeing Stone to reach out to this Jedi, and certainly the Seeing Stone on Tython is one way that she could have done that. So unfortunately, at this point, we don't have any hard evidence that this actually happened, but the speculation does make a lot of sense. But that all said, some of you speculators out there might want to take this even one step further, and hey, certainly I do. So what if Ahsoka Tano actually met Luke Skywalker when he was much younger on Tatooine? I mean, if you've read the Ahsoka novel and watched Star Wars Rebels, then you know that Ahsoka Tano worked side by side with Bail Organa during the early days of the rebellion. And not only did Bail Organa know the location of Obi-Wan Kenobi on Tatooine, but he also knew that the son of Ahsoka Tano's former master, Luke Skywalker, was on the planet as well. The Ahsoka novel states, Bail thought of Obi-Wan sitting by himself on some Outer Rim world. His sacrifice was to take himself out of the way, to focus only on the future and not give any thought to the present. It would be a lonely way to live, even if it was peaceful. And Bail did not envy him at all. And although Bail Organa's thoughts from the Ahsoka novel don't actually confirm that he knows that Obi-Wan is on Tatooine, we know from A New Hope that he does indeed know that Luke and Obi-Wan are on Tatooine. Or at least he comes to learn that later in the timeline. And talking about later in the timeline, Ahsoka and Bail definitely seem like they're keeping secrets from each other when they first meet in the Ahsoka novel. But at that point, they're only just getting to know each other, and certainly throughout the years they work together, it would make a lot of sense that Bail would come to trust Ahsoka, and that he might indeed share with her the location of Obi-Wan and Luke Skywalker on Tatooine. And with that information, Ahsoka Tano may or may not have chosen to go meet her old friend Obi-Wan Kenobi on Tatooine, and Obi-Wan may or may not have introduced her to Luke Skywalker, the young boy that he believed at that time was the chosen one. So although I have to admit that it does seem like Ahsoka and Luke Skywalker first met met in the Book of Boba Fett Episode 6, there are certainly many other moments when Ahsoka and Luke could have met. But that all said, now it's time for you to join our community here, share your speculation in the comments below, and support others who do the same. But as always, remember this is just a bit of fun, and don't get too attached to any of these ideas. Thanks for watching, and remember, the Force is with you, always.